Welcome to Bless Them Boys, a podcast that's about to take a trip to Latvia. We're one Saints fan and one Cowboys fan, one fan of Who Dat and one fan of Dat Win. We're here to give weekly takes, game recaps, bad betting picks, game previews, and the occasional Seinfeld references, some of which are made off the air.
Off the air, yeah, and then put into the intro.
Yeah, exactly.
Our patron Saint / Cowboy this week is offensive tackle Jim. Apologies, Jim. I'm going to try my best here. Boki?
Sure. That's how I would have said it.
Boki? All right. So he was a longtime NFL offensive tackle. His career stretched across the 1960s. He's born in Akron, Ohio, 1938. Attended Cuyahoga Falls High School before earning a football scholarship at Heidelberg College.
This guy just like everything about him is unpronounceable.
Yeah, it's tough. At Heidelberg College, he was a two-way athlete in football and track. His strong collegiate play earned him Little All-American honors in 1959, whatever that means. And he was later inducted into both the Diego Pavia All-American honors?
He must have.
And he was later inducted into both the Heidelberg University Athletic Hall of Fame and the Summit County Sports Hall of Fame. He was selected by the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, in the 19th round, boys and girls, of the 1960 NFL draft. He was also selected in the AFL draft by the then Boston Patriots. I saw that elsewhere. He would develop into a dependable lineman during an era where toughness and durability defined offensive line play. He spent 4 seasons with the Rams before being traded to the Dallas Cowboys in 1964. Became a key contributor during the franchise's rise to prominence under head coach Tom Landry. He started regularly at left tackle, played in major postseason games, including the 1966 NFL Championship game against the Packers, also known as the Ice Bowl. Across his NFL career, he would appear in 119 games with the Rams, the Cowboys, and then the Saints, earning a reputation as a reliable veteran lineman. He would later have a brief offseason stints with both the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins before retiring. Following football, he built a unusually diverse second career. During his playing days, he worked as a teacher and even served as a bodyguard for the family of teen idol Ricky Nelson. After retiring from the NFL, he remained in Southern California. Oh, and now I lost Brandon. Where he would coach high school football and appear in numerous television shows and films, including North Dallas 40 and Forrest Gump. I did look this up. He was uncredited as an assistant coach for the University of Alabama football team in the movie Forrest Gump. So look for him next time you watch Forrest Gump. Known for his imposing size and personality, Boki carved out a memorable post-football life in Hollywood while continuing to mentor young athletes as a coach and educator. Unfortunately, Mr. Boki did pass away in 2014 at the age of 76 after battling acute leukemia. So rest in peace, Mr. Boki, and our best wishes to his family. I am Paul, the Saints fan. Brandon, the Cowboys fan, is having some connectivity issues at the moment. So when he gets back, we'll hit the we'll let Izzy tell us what time it is. But for now, I'm just going to camp as we do here on the show. We'll tell you, I've got on my television screen here the New York Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers, Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1. There's Brandon. Brandon's back. I can't hear you, Brandon.
I'm back.
Now you're back. There
Okay.
we go.
Okay.
All right. So I was just finishing up about our good friend, Mr. Boki. He did pass away in 2014 at the age of 76 after battling acute leukemia.
I did find out what Little All-American is. It's kind of like an All-American, but it's the best player at each position for smaller colleges.
Makes sense.
So it is an actual thing. It's ChatGPT. It's not a ChatGPT hallucination.
I mean, that's what I figured, but I'm Paul, the Saints fan.
I'm Brendan, the Cowboys fan.
We're your hosts. Izzy, tell them what time it is.
Yeah, that's it. It's go time. Let's see you lift that.
Mr. Mandelbaum, please.
It's go time.
This one's for you, Pop. It's go time.
It's go time.
You've been married 3 times.
That's it! It's go time!
It's go time.
And Brandon, as I was saying while you were working on your connectivity issues, it is go time for the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1 currently on my television screen here. Knicks Cavaliers.
Go Knicks.
How about those Knicks? So we will be keeping an eye on that after we'll maybe talk a little bit about Game 1 of Spurs Thunder a little later. But before we get to that, let's do a little housekeeping, a little spring cleaning, if you will. If you want to contact the show, you can do so at blessthemboys@gmail.com, blessthemboyz@gmail.com. Check us out on X at bless_them_boys. I'm at Paul Elliott _316. Brandon is at Ball from Grace. And now, everybody's favorite segment, where I check Blue Sky. Check our Blue Sky account. Live on the show, and nothing.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Although, Brandon, I don't know if you want to follow up from last week. You had a little more interaction with the one and only Mina Kimes on
Mina.
Blue Sky.
Mina appears to be very intrigued by the spelling bee model. She seems to, she said, looks awesome. Maybe, fingers crossed, we can get a mention on the live program. We'll see. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, but I will have I will walk us through an update because I did clean some things up, and I actually have the site launched, so I won't have to run it on my computer, which shouldn't kill my computer that's slowly dying.
And if you want to, out there listen to this, you want to see Brandon's reaction to a possible Mina Kimes mention on the broadcast, you can do so. We'll be watching along live. Was a week from Thursday?
A week from Thursday, that's right. So I will say this. So the preliminary rounds will be Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll have some, and those will be on Scripps TV, which there is, and you can get it on some of the free TV apps like the Roku channel. You get those.
Okay, I have Roku. Yeah.
So you should be able to watch there for the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday the live
main
semis,
event.
The main event.
Yeah.
The semis and finals will be on Ion Television starting at 7 p.m. Central Time.
7 p.m. Central. Okay, so yeah. So join us. We'll be Brandon. I'm sure we'll have his model updated by that point.
And I will be. If we get a mention, I will pull off my shirt and swing it around my head like a helicopter.
Well, I mean, now we've lost all our viewers, so that's a shame. Okay. So if you want to check that out, again, we'll be on YouTube Live as we are here tonight. So we will not be doing a show next Tuesday as we normally do. We'll just defer it to Thursday for much like we did with the NFL draft.
Correct.
Actually, Andy reached out to me on Twitter because he thought we would do a show for the schedule release, and I was like, but we'll talk a little bit about the schedule, obviously. Here in a minute, but we did some talk about it last week. So sorry, our apologies to Andy, or to anybody else who was looking forward to our live show.
To be fair, the schedule release is basically Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah, when we last chatted last Tuesday, I think 10 or 12, like a handful of games were already announced. Pretty much all the international games were announced for sure. Okay. If you want to check us out, any past episodes, you can do so on YouTube. We do post those there. We also have them on Spotify and Apple. please leave a rating and review. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell the bots. Seems like the bots are still going strong out there, so shout out to them. All right, Brandon, we will get into. Oh, well, we were, but now I lost Brandon again. It's always when we get into the transitions for some reason. So while Brandon is reconnecting, let's see if I'll get a text here in a minute. The Knicks and Cavaliers game one just ended the first quarter. I believe I missed the score, but I do believe the Knicks are up 20-16. I think 23-16. Knicks after one quarter. So check some baseball scores here while Brandon's getting settled back here. Hey, the Astros are winning. How about that? Astros 2, Twins 0 on a Isaac Paredes home run. Let's check the standings real quick while we're doing. Oh, Brandon's back, I think, hopefully. Wow, the Athletics are still winning the AL West. Nobody in the AL West above 500 right now.
It's all bad.
It's all bad. Yeah. That's
That's a shame.
okay. That's a shame.
I will point out to our listeners that I did order a new laptop this weekend. Which
that was gonna be part of your spiel. Well, while we're at it, we at Bless the Boys can talk about other things, so let's segue into that.
But enough about fish. I can discuss other things, you know.
Okay, Brandon. So I'll let you, since you were just talking about your laptop there. What else did you get up to this week?
So other than ordering a laptop to replace the one that is slowly dying on me, last night we had our Scouts end of year party. So we went to that. Kids were given advancements, badges, awards, new positions for the new year. So we did that last night. Took it a little easier this weekend. I did watch a little bit more of the Lydia Poet season 3. I think I'm 4 episodes in, so I've got 2 left. Been some really good twists and turns in this. It's kind of like usually there's like a bunch of small cases. Each episode is kind of a new case, but this year it's kind of one overarching story where she has her like old friend from like when she was like still in school come back and like needs her help. And they have this like, there's this murder trial and she's trying to help her through the murder trial, but all these like plot twists keep coming up. And so I won't spoil too much, but it's good. There's been some good drama in that. So recommend that if you're interested in some Italian period drama.
Okay.
We watched a little bit more Wednesday. I think my daughter and I have about 1.5 episodes left for season 2. I did see that they are currently working on season 3, which is set to come out in 2027 or 2028. So
it's coming. Just don't know when.
One of these days.
I
have been checking out some new music. I listened to Casey Musgrave's new album, which was okay. Probably not my favorite of hers. I think I'd probably rank it below. I'd rank it above her last one, which I can't remember the name of. But then I think her first album's still probably my favorite, and then the one after Pageant Material. So she did her first one, Pageant Material, and then another one after that. I think that third album is probably still my favorite. The one that has like Velvet Elvis on it.
Okay.
I didn't listen to the album, but I did read the Pitchfork review for the new album from...
I don't even like Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I hate the Drake.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
So
I'm really surprised Kendrick Lamar didn't use that as like a drop as one point.
I did see like when he released the title of being Iceman, a bunch of people made memes of like Kendrick Lamar dropping new album called Fireman, and so like May 15th.
Well, I thought you were gonna say Iceman. I thought of Val Kilmer from Top Gun.
Yes,
and so like
is he the one? Is he the one that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kendrick Lamar would drop like a rest in peace, Val Kilmer. And then Kendrick Lamar would drop like a Maverick album or something like that.
Top Gun does not seem to me like the kind of movie that Kendrick Lamar would be watching.
Well,
I mean, I could be wrong there.
Fun fact: they are re-releasing Top Gun in theaters for the 40th anniversary.
Oh,
you can go check out both. Well, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick, I think, are both going.
They're gonna do like a double feature.
Yeah, I believe I read that.
Well, so I read the review of the Iceman because he came out with 3 albums at once. I don't know if you were aware of this.
Nope.
But I read the review of the Iceman album, which was pretty scathing, and I will also point out that the cover of the Iceman album was invoked the Michael Jackson sparkly glove, which given the Kendrick Lamar accusations, I don't know how smart it is to invoke Michael Jackson at this time.
Okay. Yeah.
so there's that.
I got you.
But I did not actually listen to the album, so I have no opinion on the album. I just read a review because I like it when Pitchfork is mean to people.
Okay, fair enough. You're a simple man. You have simple tastes. You have simple tastes.
I'm like Jerry. Why did you read this album review?
Spite. For spite.
Exactly. And so now, hopefully this does not crash the internet, but I'm going
by the way, while you're pulling that up, quite a few showings of Top Gun 40th anniversary, the local theaters, at least where we are. So if you hadn't seen Top Gun, maybe a good time to go check it out.
All right. Says it's coming up.
All right. My screen just got smaller, so that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. So what we've done, so basically I've cleaned up a little bit of the visuals here for some of the boxes. Okay. It's also much more readable on mobile now. That's one good thing. And then the other thing I've done, which was kind of rework how the word difficulties were being calculated, because the way that it was doing it before was using kind of a miss rate and baselines based on the round number. But it was because of the kind of lack of data, because words aren't used super frequently. Like, they're not the same words every year, so you don't have a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
They get dragged down really quickly. They just get dragged down to those baselines really quickly. So I kind of worked with Claude to kind of let's fine tune this so that it's a little bit more here's kind of how I see the rounds stacking up in terms of what the difficulty should be. So we reran that, and so the speller ELOs are now updated. And one of the good things about that is I think it gave me a more realistic baseline for some of the spellers that have some experience, because there was one speller who I think she was from Texas, and
okay.
she was down here, but she had been at the B before, she had experience, but she was at the bottom in spite of that. And I think that this did a better job of pushing spellers who had been at the B before up to the top and giving them more of a reward for spelling. So, it was Soraya Titus. And so she is currently still in the lower section, but she's not
right.
Previously she was dead last, whereas this gives her a little bit more credit for actually having been there before.
Did
Sarv
I
is
see?
still the favorite here.
Did I see there was someone named Amazing Grace?
There is somebody named Amazing Grace. I actually think that is one of the foreign spellers. So one of the things we have here before the B, like some of the elo trajectories, the round details, that'll be available once the B starts. Word difficulty, I've got like the top 200 words here. So that was one of the things that improved here is these like words went from the top line number was about 1,700. These later round words are now up to the 2,000. So that's, if you think about like these as chess ratings, like the like a grandmaster chess player is about like a 2,000 to 2,200 usually. And so that's kind of what we're looking at here for like the hardest words, most difficult words. So that's one of the things that the model I've improved with the model over the last sort of iteration. And then you have the Meet the Spellers where you can view them by state. And I believe Amazing Grace is here. Yes, from Nigeria, actually. Amazing Grace Salami, which is a great name.
Yeah.
So we've got some.
We have a not a Newman but a Newton.
A Newton, not a fig, not
a fig.
We have a Jameer Grew.
Yeah, I was gonna say that spelling would be grow. Would be my guess, but.
And then we've got our states. We got our 23 spellers from Texas. Paul, you've got 5 spellers. Sunil Thorat, the top-rated speller from Shreveport.
Anybody? Okay, so we got one from Lafayette there, Nayan. Yeah,
Nayan Janumbali.
That's my, and then a Langston Jones. It's. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just funny. Like it's like Sunil, Paranika, Nagib, Nayan, and Langston. It's like
the one, the token white kid.
Right.
We got
any
top-rated speller.
So on the Texas one, are there any from? I'm supposing there are some from Houston, right? There has to be.
There's a few. We got some Dallas. We got Zachary Toe from Houston. We've got Haven Orsua.
Any from Kate? Are there any from Katy by any chance? Or
I don't see. A lot of times they just use a major city. A lot of times they just use a major city. So
makes sense.
I do like having the pictures. I think adding the pictures was a good call.
Yeah, no, buddy. This I got to tell you, man. I am thoroughly impressed with the amount of with how great this looks, and I would say anybody who's interested in spelling bee, please check out Brandon's work. This is
you gotta
highly impressive.
Give a big shout out to my coworker Claude for doing the grunt work.
Well.
So there we go. We're set for the B.
Buddy. All right. Well, we will check it out next week, and hopefully, like I said, hope folks can join us. It was our most popular live stream last year.
It was.
So hopefully,
I will say, I'm hopeful that Sarv wins, just so that I can say I was not. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I can say I was right. So now I have a vested interest in this thing. Is like, how well does Sarv do this year?
I did make a joke last year. I was like, what if we just became a spelling bee podcast? Like,
hey, you never know. I mean, where's the money? Is there money in the spelling bee? Got to be a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What about you? Oh, yeah, go. Well, I will say, so the data that I trained on, I was able to get the actual data from the Spelling Bee website for 2021 through 25, and then some of the other bees. I think the only 2 I'm missing right now are 2018 and 2019. There was no bee in 2020, but I found on ESPN they still have the videos up of the 2018 and 2019 bees. So at some point after this bee, I will be watching those and manually transcribing The worst.
Maybe we can do a watch along of the 20 of the.
Yeah, you can watch me.
2018,
You can watch me type stuff up into an
Watch
Excel
you, yeah.
spreadsheet.
I mean, listen, we've got what 4 months till football starts. I mean, we got to wait some time to kill. So.
What about you, Paul? What did you get up to?
Yeah, so my kids are winding down the school year. My oldest daughter had an award ceremony the other night. She got an award. I was really proud of her. She's putting in a lot of good work this year. She's in
nice.
6th grade, so very proud of what she's got going on. And then my youngest daughter had her she's in 4th grade. They have a end of the year celebration thing in their classroom. So we did that. My wife and I went to that yesterday. So and then my son's got something this week. So a lot of end of the year school stuff going on. Excuse me. From a watching standpoint, so the Denzel challenge this week was fairly straightforward.
Okay.
It's one of those, the minute I saw the prompt, I knew exactly what movie I was going to watch. Let me get to the prompt real quick so I can clearly state it. So the title is Toxicity and Poisons, which sounds serious, but I won't go. There's kind of a long spiel about it, but basically one of the qualifying themes or genres is any movie that deals with addiction. So as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of the movie Flight from 2012, which stars Denzel as a pilot who
he's alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic, drug addict, just not good. I will say,
this is not good.
It's not good. I will say, I really feel it's one of Denzel's better performances. It's like a top 5 Denzel performance for me. I think he was nominated for Best Actor, and unfortunately that year also nominated was Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln. So it's kind of like
you got to give it to the guy who played the president.
Right, well, I mean, and Daniel Day-Lewis, I don't know if you've seen Lincoln, but he's very good in the movie.
I'd break your slavery.
Something like that.
That's how Lincoln talked, right?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? But no, I would, if you haven't checked out Flight, I would highly recommend it. Absolutely one of the better, like I said, top 5 Denzel performance. I'd put it right up there with Training Day, Malcolm X, all that stuff. So that's week 21. So we're getting close. We're only 5 away from the halfway point here. So it's getting the other. So I know we've brought up Tragedy of Macbeth quite a few times through this process. Tragedy of Macbeth would have qualified because one of the other genres, or no, it was toxic relationships.
Oh, yeah.
It's that felt
that works.
That felt like it could work, but Flight is there.
Much more straightforward.
Yeah, Flight's there. I actually did want to just briefly, if I could, go through. I won't go through all of them. So we've done 21, which means we have 31 left. Right. So some of the movies still to be watched, I guess. So I've gotten quite a few out of the way, but the big ones are Training Day, obviously, which I came pretty close one week and then pivoted to something else. Crimson Tide, the submarine movie with he and Gene Hackman.
Wait, that's not about the Alabama.
No, not about Alabama. No. I don't know if you were. I think you had connectivity issues, but our patron saint this week, Jim Bokey, he had a Hollywood career after he retired from football, and he was uncredited as an Alabama assistant coach in Forrest Gump.
Oh,
So if you watch Forrest Gump, one of those assistant coaches is our guy Jim Boakey. So
speaking of Denzel Washington and football, I did read the New York Times had an article about Hayden Panettiere's got her memoir coming out, and so she did they had an interview with her, kind of talking about all the stuff that she went through, her like addiction problems, her like having to give up custody of her daughter to Vladimir Klitschko, and kind of the stuff that she had been through, and so it was actually a pretty interesting read, and it seemed like she was very straightforward about it, and very she apparently she doesn't act like she's a victim. She just acts like she's just kind of lays out what happened and how she's like trying to overcome it. And so like instead of like these things like people did this to me, she kind of like takes ownership of it and how she's like kind of what she's gone through. So it was a pretty interesting article.
I will also mention because a commercial just popped up here while I'm watching the Knicks Cavaliers. This weekend, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie comes out. My wife, I think, wants to go see it. She's a Mandalorian fan. She's a Pedro Pascal fan, I would say.
She's a woman Mandalorian.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
She's a Fandalorian.
She's a fan. You just keep them coming.
So who's winning the basketball game right now?
Currently, the Knicks are up 38-35. We've got about 4.5 minutes before halftime here. They're at a TV timeout currently.
Do you have a preference on who you see in the finals?
I would like to see the Knicks. I mean, we could party like it's 1999 and have the Spurs Knicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the 99 or 2000 finals?
I'm not sure. That was before
your watching days,
before my basketball awareness days.
I remember because the Knicks that year were the 8th seed in the East, and they went all the way to the finals. That was the Allen Houston, Larry Johnson, Jeff Van Gundy was the coach, and then they got to the finals against the Spurs, and this was like Duncan's rookie year, I want to say, or second year maybe. Knicks, Spurs.
I will say, if it's so, do you have a preference in the Western side by any chance?
I mean, it does. It does. Yeah, it was the 1999 NBA Finals. I might as well talk about it now. I was excited to see the Spurs beat the Thunder in Game 1 because I just didn't want the Thunder to just sweep through, and it looks like the Spurs actually have a puncher's chance now in this series against the Thunder, or maybe even better than a puncher's chance. I just like it. I just want the finals to be interesting, and I feel like Knicks Thunder, I guess, would be interesting. Also, I mean, SGA just wrapped up the MVP, or just was awarded MVP over the weekend. So having the MVP of the league in a finals against the Knicks and getting to play in the the most prestigious basketball arena in the country at least twice, that'd be cool.
If it's Thunder Knicks, it would be all blue and orange. The blue and orange.
Oh, there you go.
Battle.
There you go. It would also be who was a Seattle Supersonic and a New York Knick once upon a time? Oh, Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing was a Supersonic towards the end of his career.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Was he not? But maybe.
You're asking the wrong. I don't do. There's a reason I don't do the NBA Immaculate Grid.
Patrick Ewing, Seattle. Yeah, boy, that's a weird image of him in the old the old Sonics jersey. I don't know if you can see this, but 33. Man. All right. Well, that's all I got for this week. I wanted to obviously we had the schedule release. I will tell you and tell our listeners I did make a first pass at picking every game.
Ooh, I haven't done that yet
for the 2026 season. We can maybe talk more about it later, but I had our teams about the same. I think I had the Saints at like 8 wins, and I had the Cowboys at like 9 or 10. I want to say it was 9 and 8.
It should be at least 10.
Okay,
start
well,
there.
Okay, well, I will. Brandon, do you really want me to go all in, knowing how my?
That's a good point. Actually, it should be 2.
There you go. I started to like not even do the Cowboys because I'm like I don't want to jinx Brandon. So to all the Bears fans who are like wanting, telling us we're wrong. Okay, I'll go all in on you, but be warned. Like
Paul goes all in on the Bears and they win 3 games.
You're tempting fate here. So yeah, we could maybe. I did. One of the weird things was I think it was the AFC West. I had the Raiders like 4-13, and the other 3 teams were 12-5. Like because again, for those maybe new to the show, what I do is I just go game by game. Like I don't like well, actually, this year I did a little different. I tried to go team by team. So, like, I just isolated like the Cardinals' schedule, and then said, okay, let me go through that. Then I did the Falcons, and and just went alphabetically and just filled it in. And when I got down to the end with the
Washington,
yeah, it's like the 8 with 8, yeah, and then by the time I got down to Washington, like they're filled out already because I've already,
you've done everybody else.
I've done everybody else.
We should do
the AFC.
Maybe we should do one like right before the season starts. Let's do like a team. Let's do like a show version of this where we go through and we'll debate. We'll just do the whole schedule.
You know what? I thought about that. That would be fun. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be a good.
We got plenty of off season still left to burn through.
True. So with that in mind, though, so I'll use that as an entree into what I wanted to talk about here. I have, and let me pull it up here. I have, maybe I don't. That's right. Saved it in a different place. Okay, in front of me, I have the 2026 projected win totals via FanDuel. So, Brandon, now we spoke about this before the show. You are aware of the Cowboys, obviously,
yes,
but you haven't looked up anybody else.
Nope.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll try to do this. I'll try to do this in the orderliest fashion as possible. So,
okay,
we'll go division by division, and I just want you to guess what the number is for each team. Okay, so let's start AFC East.
Okay,
and we'll start with the defending AFC champion, New England Patriots. What do you think their over under the number is?
Let's go 10.5.
Close, 9.5.
Okay, that was going to be. I was kind of like, I may be overshooting it a little bit.
Okay, let's go with the second place team last year, the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, they're going to be pretty high. I'm going to go 11.5.
10.5.
Okay,
they're 10.5. There are 2 teams. I will not to spoil it, but there are 2 teams in the NFL who are 11.5.
Okay,
just for future reference. Okay, the team that finished 3rd in the AFC East last year, the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go. They don't put these like super low, so I'm going to go 4.5.
4.5 round the dot for the Dolphins, and finally the Jets.
Ooh. That's probably close. Let's go. Let's say they're a little bit better than the Dolphins. Let's go 5.5.
Right on the money. 5.5 for the Jets. Okay. All right. So pretty good so far. Okay, let's go to the North. The team that won the AFC North last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who just officially got Aaron Rodgers back for the upcoming season.
This feels like they're going to stay about the same. I think they were 8.5 last year. Let's go 8.5 again.
Close. 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah. The team that finished second in the.
We should also point out. I should also point out. Mike Tomlin is no longer there to keep the elite finishing over 500 streak alive. So there's a chance.
Absolutely. The team that finished second in the AFC North last year, the Baltimore Ravens.
This feels like they could be one of the 11.5, but I'm going to new coach there. Let's go 10.5.
You should have stuck with your instinct, buddy. Man, they are one of the 11.5s.
Okay.
They are one of the 11.5s. We'll get to the other one later. Okay, so 11.5 for the Ravens. So Steelers, Ravens, Bengals. Let's go Bengals.
Bengals, also bad defense. Don't know that they did much to upgrade it. Trey Hendrickson is gone. He is with the Ravens now.
He gone.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, maybe Joe Burrow being back is enough too. I can't see this being more than 8.5. But okay, let's go. All right, let's go 8.5. My gut tells me to go 7.5, but
go the other way. 9.5.
9.5, really. Yeah. I think I'd take the under just on the history of that team.
On principle.
Yeah, exactly. I've been burned too many times.
Okay, and then last but not least in the AFC North, Cleveland Browns.
Quarterback situation's terrible. Deshaun Watson might be starting again. I don't know what their defensive coordinator situation is right now. They got a new coach. I feel they had a good draft. I don't know how much that influences it. Let's say 5.5.
Close. 6.5.
6.5. Okay. I'm always like, it's always this one or this one. And so like, I'm always like right on the edge.
No,
so maybe I should just start saying 6.
You're close. 6 is good. You got a problem with 6? Okay, so we did AFC. So if I'm not AFC South would be next. The winners of the AFC South, your Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, I'm going to be aggressive here. I'm going to go 10.5.
Close.
9.5.
9.5.
Yep.
Yeah. So 9.5 for the Jaguars. The runners up, the Houston Texans.
Is Houston 9.5 too? That feels.
They are also 9.5.
Okay, it feels right that those two would be the same.
All right. Then the Indianapolis Colts.
This feels
Daniel Jones back.
Yeah, that's the big question is how long does it take Daniel Jones to get back? How much are you factoring that in? How long does it take once he is even playing? How healthy is he? I'm going to say let's go 6.5 feels a little low. Let's go 7.5.
Right on the money, 7.5. That's the number. And finally, the Tennessee Titans, who real quick, Nashville, Tennessee, just awarded Super Bowl 64 for 2030. So in their new stadium. So shout out to Nashville, Tennessee. What you got for the Titans, number?
They will be better this year, I think. I don't know how much of an upgrade they're going to make. 6.5 feels like the ceiling, but I'm going to go 5.5.
You should have stuck with 6.5.
Oh man,
6.5's the number. 6.5's the number. So, so you've already said all these teams. So the only two 6.5s are Cleveland and Tennessee.
Okay.
You mentioned the Jets at 5.5. There is another team at 5.5. And then you mentioned the Dolphins at 4.5. There is another team at 4.5. We'll get to in a little bit. All right, so then AFC West. Let's go with our good buddy Donnie and his Broncos. What do you got for the Broncos?
I don't think the Broncos would be an 11.5 team. Let's go. I still think their defense is good. They've still got Sean Payton there. Let's go. How much does Vegas like him? Does it like him enough to put them at 10.5? I don't think so. Let's go 9.5.
Correctamundo, 9.5 on the dot. Okay, the second place team was the Chargers. What do you got for the Chargers?
That also feels like. Let's go 9.5 there. I don't feel good enough to put them at
right on the
10.5.
money. Right on the money,
I was going to say like, they could be really good, but giving them a 10.5 win total is like a little much.
Yeah. All right. The Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs feel like a 10.5 though.
Yep, they are absolutely a 10.5, right on the money. Mahomes coming back, although it sounds like he won't be ready for week 1, possibly. There's been a lot of talk about, there's been a little talk about like their schedule. So I was kind of surprised they gave them the Monday night game week 1 against Denver. That makes me think Mahomes is going to be back, because like why would you potentially have Justin Fields against and maybe I don't know if Nix is going to be. We don't know if Bo Nix.
Oh yeah, because he had that broken ankle at the
right.
The
so I
Bills
mean,
game.
We could end up with Jarrett Stidham versus Justin Fields on Monday Night Football week 1. Like, who knows? Okay, so we got last but not least the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. What do you got for their number?
Fernando Mendoza's there.
He is.
I don't think they're the other 4.5 team. This feels like
They're not.
This feels like a 5.5, 6.5.
They are the
yeah.
They are the other 5.5 team. Yes.
Yep.
So
feels right.
So the Jets and the Raiders are your 2 5.5s for the season. All right, let's go over to the NFC. We'll do NFC East. We'll start with the Eagles.
10.5.
10.5, right on the money.
Mm-hmm.
Your Dallas Cowboys.
9.5.
9.5 is the number.
And I believe that was originally 8.5, and it got pushed up to 9.5 like pretty recently. I think around the time the schedule came out, because the Cowboys actually have a beneficial schedule in terms of like the rest differential that they have.
The rest differential,
and I think that may have like kind of like tweaked it. Like it was people were leaning over, and then that came up to the.
Yeah, and quite a few prime time games for the Cowboys. Obviously, right out the box, they go to New York for Sunday Night Football. Don't they have a primetime game week 2? Or
week 2 is the Washington game. I don't think.
That's not. And then they have the Brazil game week
Brazil
3
game, and then they have Houston
at Houston week 4. Yeah,
yep.
So kind of a. I mean, aside from the Brazil travel, kind of a manageable.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about the schedule is like you need to start off 2-0. That's the one thing. You need to beat New York. You need to beat Washington, and then because then you've got Baltimore in Brazil. You come back to play Houston away, and then turn around from that game and go Thursday night against the Bucks. So
that's tough.
That the first 5 games of the schedule are pretty brutal. So
you get when's the Cowboys bye week?
It's actually later in the season. I think it's like week 14 this year.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, no, they are the last bye week. Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
It's them and the Raiders, I want to say, are the last.
I actually kind of like that a little better. Like if you're going to try to gear up for a playoff run, have that like later a week so you don't have to play as late. So
yeah. Okay, so that's the NFC East. Let's go to the NFC North. Let's start with our favorite team, the Chicago Bears. Andy's Bears.
Yeah, I think Vegas probably has them primed for like a little bit of a step back. I will go 8.5.
Close. 9.5 is
okay.
the number for the Bears. The team that finished second in that division was the Packers. What do you got for the Packers?
If the Bears are 9.5, I feel like the Packers are going to be 10. 10.5.
The Packers are also
9.5.
But spoiler alert, there is a 10.5 team in the NFC North.
Well, I'm guessing it's probably not not the. Well, they do have Kyler Murray. I don't know that that's enough to. Don't know that I'd put them at a 10, 10.5.
It's not the Vikings. So
Okay, yeah. So 10.5
process
for the
of
Lions.
elimination. By the way, so I get the Lions have the easiest schedule, but that just feels, I don't know, that something. I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Something's not right.
Something's missing.
Something's missing. All right.
I shouldn't say anything. The Lions do open the season at home against the Saints. So, yeah.
Would we call that the Azahir Hakeem game?
We can call it the Azahir Hakeem. We can call it the Marcus Davenport game, the Peyton Turner game, the Mario. I think Mario Bates, maybe.
Pat Swilling.
Yeah, of course. That's. I was like, there's somebody I'm forgetting. Pat Swilling, absolutely. Okay, so Lions are 10.5. What about the Vikings? Do you have a guess on the Vikings then?
Kink.
So we've got Lions. Lions are 10.5. Bears and Packers are 9.5. Just to.
It feels like too much to give the Vikings a 7.5. So my guess is 6.5.
Well, if it's too much to give them 7.5, how about 8.5?
Ooh, yeah. I will be taking the under on that one.
There you go, buddy.
The under, which is what Kyler Murray is when he stands up on you must be this tall to ride the right under.
The Vikings will be traveling to New Orleans at some point this season. I forget which week it is, but it will be.
The Darren Sharper game.
Ooh, that's rough. All right, so NFC South. Let's go with the winners of the division. I keep forgetting this team won the division last year, Carolina.
So this division, I have no idea. I have no.
Yes. Okay, well, hang on. Before you start guessing,
Okay.
I will tell you.
Are they all clustered together?
There are 3 teams that are 7.5, and there's one 8.5.
Okay. So I think the 8.5 is the Bucks.
Correct. The 8.5 is the Bucks.
So the 7.5.
So the other 3.
Yeah. So the other 3 are all 7.5. Is what you said?
Other 3 are all 7.5. Carolina, New Orleans, and Atlanta.
Okay.
Which feels right. I think.
Yes, that division is like here. What was that with that meme I sent you that was like all the other teams suck in this division. Once I get my act together, I'll coast.
Right. I mean, there was right after the schedule release, I think it was Fox Sports put out an article, I forget who it was, that had like 5 bold predictions, and one of the bold predictions was that the Saints would win the NFC South.
I'm not. It doesn't that doesn't feel like a hot take to me. Like it doesn't feel bold.
Yeah, I listen. I'm sure folks will agree with this. I would say, a pessimistic Saints fan, and I'm honestly like, I was doing the schedule, and I'm like, they can win 8 games. They can maybe win 9 games. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. The challenge in the NFC South is we play the NFC North and we play the AFC North. We play the North. We play the 2 Norths, NFC and AFC North this year. So, we'll see what happens. The Panthers, real quick. A lot of people expecting the Panthers to just go from first to worst. I think we talked about this last week, but like, I don't know if I see it. But could happen, I guess. All right, so we did the East, we did the North, we did the South, the West, right? That's the only one we got left.
That's the only one we got left.
All right, so the NFC West, let's start with the champions of the West, the Super Bowl champions, our good friend, shout out to our good friend Trang. Seattle Seahawks. What do we got for the Seahawks?
10.5.
Bingo, right on the money. Then we'll go to the Rams.
Okay, so I do think we actually touched on this in our conversation last week, because I think the Rams are like the favorites to win the NFC, and so
They are.
I would say I think they're the other 11.5 team, right?
They are.
Okay.
They are the other 11.5.
Okay.
And then the 49ers. What do you think the 49ers are at?
I can't decide if I put them at 9 or 10.5. I think with if you assume they're going to be healthy this year, and the nuclear power station or whatever doesn't kill everybody,
Right.
I think having them even with Seattle is probably reasonable. So I'll go 10.5.
Yep, that's
Okay.
that's what they have, 10 and a
Yeah.
half. And then finally, the Arizona Cardinals.
This is the other four. This is the other 4.5 team.
This is the other 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you said there was another 4.5 team, I was like, I wanted to be like, it's the Cardinals, isn't it? So that felt obvious.
Yeah. So when I did I talked about the AFC West. The NFC West was the same thing. When I did my schedule, I had the Cardinals at like 3-14, and everybody else was like 12-5, or whatever.
Which is basically what the division was last year, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah. So luckily for the Saints, they get to play the Cardinals this year by virtue of finishing in last place in the NFC South last year. So we'll see. Jacoby Brissett holding out. you know things aren't going well when Jacoby Brissett's a holdout. But we'll see. I said it after the draft. I think Carson Beck has a chance to win the starting job. That's just me. Like, to me, if you're the Cardinals and this is going to be kind of a throw things against the wall, see what sticks season, why not? Like, hopefully.
I'm sure Carson Beck has some experience throwing at the wall.
I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll, I guess, do Immaculate Grid next.
I guess.
Okay.
The Rangers are up 5-0 on Donnie's Precious Rockies.
The Astros were winning last I checked. They were beating the Twins. Which is not saying much of.
I will pull up the MLB scoreboard. I should probably do this on my phone so that I don't end up crashing my computer. All right. So in the world of baseball tonight, the Rangers, as I mentioned, up 5-0 in Colorado after losing last night by 1 run. I believe 7-6 was the final score. Pirates currently lead the Cardinals 4-3 in St. Louis. Blue Jays trail the Yankees 3-5 in the top of the 7th. Red Sox lead the Royals 2-1 up in Kansas City. They are in the bottom of the 6th. Astros leading 2-0, bottom of the 8th in Minnesota. The Brewers lead the Cubs 3-0 in the top of the 7th. The Braves defeated in games that have gone final. We have the Braves taking one in Miami 8-4. The Orioles lose to the Rays in Tampa Bay 1-4. Reds outlast the Phillies 4-1 in Philadelphia, and the Guardians take one over their division rival Detroit Tigers 4-3. Still to come tonight, we've got the Athletics visiting the Angels, the first place Athletics. The White Sox visiting the Mariners. The Dodgers visiting division rival Padres, who are half a game up on the Dodgers in the standings there. And in the West, we have the Giants in Arizona to play the Diamondbacks. In terms of the NBA action tonight, the Cavaliers have taken a small 2-point lead with 11:40 left in the third quarter in Game 1 against the Knicks. And that's it for your Around the League.
There you go. We do a good job of camping on this show.
we do.
I would-
We do. I would like to think that I could be one of those guys that they turn it over to the guy to give you updates on the
Yeah.
sports scores. I could do that job. I don't need to make I don't necessarily make good comments, but I know how to read a scoreboard.
Right. I did before we get to Immaculate Grid. I did.
Oh, you need to tell me the grid too. Don't forget to do that.
Yeah. I'll do that. I did find this interesting. John Frisella on Twitter. He's at NFL Frisella, FRASCELLA. He ranked all 32 NFL coaching trios. So head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Would you care to take a guess where your Cowboys are ranked? This is all 32. So where do you think the Cowboys landed in
10.
terms of coaching? Not quite. 15.
Okay. Meaty part of the curve. Not showing
Meaty
off.
part of the curve. I will say they are right ahead of the Lions and the Giants and the Saints. Actually, the Saints are 19. So
Who's number one on this list?
number one is your Jacksonville Jaguars with Liam Cohen, Udinski, who I don't even know who that is, their offensive coordinator, and their defensive coordinator Campanelli is pretty highly regarded, I believe. Broncos are 2, which makes sense. Sean Payton, Vance Joseph, highly regarded defensive coordinator. The Rams 3, Sean McVay, obviously. The Chiefs 4, with Big Red and Eric sleeping with Bieniemy as offensive coordinator. Then the 49ers are 5. Trang's Seahawks are 6. The Vikings 7. The Packers 8. Patriots. The Patriots are 9 for now until
they lose Mike Vrabel.
Who knows? And then the Texans are actually number 10. Obviously, D'Amico Ryans, highly regarded coach, and the defensive coordinator I believe it's Matt Burke, who interviewed for.
He went to Harvard.
I don't think it's that Matt Burke.
It's different Matt Burke.
I think it's a different Matt Burke. Andy's Bears just outside the top 10 at number 11. Dennis Allen probably dragging them down a little bit there as a defensive coordinator. But by the way, do you want to guess who dead last is?
The Cardinals?
32?
Or the
Close. They're 31.
Dolphins?
The Dolphins are actually 25, believe it or not. The Dolphins, okay, listen to this. The Dolphins are ahead of the Browns, the Falcons, the Commanders, the Bucks, the Titans, and then it's the Cardinals, and then 32 is the Jets.
Okay.
So
Been a rough couple, rough
Tough
time for Aaron Glenn since leaving the
Lions.
Leaving the Lions.
What? Okay, so at this time next year, Aaron Glenn will be the defensive coordinator for who?
Well, last year I would have said the Cowboys.
Right. Well, maybe not. Unless your boy Christian Parker is the head coach somewhere. Which, if Christian Parker is the head coach,
that probably means something pretty. That's a good
sign.
Yeah,
that's a good sign. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Immaculate Grid time. We're not going to play today's grid. We're going to play grid 1025. That's 1025. The reason I wanted to play this grid is because it has a category we have not, at least I don't recall, doing a category like this before on the show. So very quickly, I will run through. I'll start with the columns. So the columns are Arizona Cardinals, category Pro Bowl, and the category 1,000 yards receiving in a season. Now, this 1,000 yards receiving in a season has to be with the team that is specified. So then the the rows, we have the San Francisco 49ers, the Carolina Panthers, and the reason I wanted to do this grid is because the last row is Ohio State University. So these are, so for example, for the middle, bottom middle, and bottom right, we have to find someone who went to Ohio State, made the Pro Bowl, and someone who went to Ohio State and had 1,000 yards receiving in a season at some point in their career. By the way, with the Pro Bowl, when paired with a team, the Pro Bowl must be achieved with that team. So it has to be a Pro Bowler for the 49ers, a Pro Bowler for the Panthers. Now, obviously for Ohio State, it could just be anybody who. Now, that another thing I should point out real quick. They only had to attend Ohio State. They didn't have to finish at Ohio State. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So, for example, I'll give a pick away, but I don't think either you or I would have done this. But for the Pro Bowl, Ohio State, we could do Joe Burrow, for example.
Oh, okay.
Because Joe Burrow attended Ohio State. He didn't obviously finish there, but and I think that would be probably a big score. But if you want to use that, go with God, as I say. So, who won last week? Did I win last week?
I think you finally got off the schneid.
I got off the schneid. Okay. So if it's all the same to you, Brandon, I will let you. So again, just go real quick through the rules for those who maybe this is the first time hearing this. 9 squares. Person picks a square. They give an answer. The other person gets to retort. Whoever's answer scores the lowest, that person wins the square. We do this 9 times. Person with the most squares, who wins the most squares at the end, wins the game. If for some reason we have a tie, then it's overall cumulative score, whichever is the lowest. So that is the way we play. Brandon, I will let you go first, sir, if you'd like to.
Okay. Carolina Pro Bowl.
Carolina Pro Bowl. All right.
Steve Berline.
Ooh, did he make the Pro Bowl with the Panthers? Really?
He did. He had 4,400 yards passing, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions.
I apologize, Steve Berline.
I did not know. I was not familiar with your game.
I was not familiar. I apologize.
What's his passer rating here? Where is that? Rating. 94.6. That was a 0.3%, by the way.
Well, that's going to be tough to beat. I'll go with another quarterback. So we're going right in the middle, right? Panthers Pro Bowl.
Yep.
I'll go with my fellow Louisianian, Jake Delhomme.
Daylight come.
2.
And you got a Delhomme.
Yeah. 2%. So not as I thought it'd be a little higher than that, but 2%. So you win the square, but
milky white, just like Jake Delhomme.
Exactly.
Where are you going to go, Paul?
All right. How about let's stay on that row.
Okay.
Let's live a little here. Let's do 1,000 yards or more in a season for the Carolina Panthers. 1,000 receiving yards or more, just to be clear. A couple options here. I'm going to go with Rocket Ishmael. .3% for Rocket Ishmael. What have you got, Brandon?
I'm going to go with a fat guy.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Kelvin Benjamin?
Kelvin Benjamin. Yeah. Jeez. Jameis Winston's favorite target.
5%.
Jameis Winston's favorite target at Florida State. You also could have gone. Well, no, I guess you couldn't have. You could have gone Christian McCaffrey.
I was trying to find Brandon LaFell. I feel like
I don't
Christian
think
McCaffrey would be a lot.
He did. Well, he probably would be a lot. There's also, I'm looking here. There's a receiver from 1999 named Patrick Jeffers. No idea who that is, but he had 1,000 yards in a season for the Panthers. And how about Robbie Chosen? The former, is that Robbie Anderson? He used to go by Robbie Anderson?
Yes.
Yeah. The former Robbie Anderson, but now Robbie Chosen. Okay, so we are tied at 1, and the square is to you, sir.
Oh, Patrick Jeffers, former Dallas Cowboy, by the way.
Oh, there you go. How many 1,000-yard seasons do you have for the Cowboys?
That would be a big fat 0, Paul. He had one season, 8 games, 330 yards receiving. Okay.
Very, very nice.
All right, I'll go to let's finish out that row.
All right.
And I'm going to go Ricky Prohl.
Ricky Prohl.
Ooh, 8%.
Shifty.
Oh man.
So this is Carolina and the Cardinals?
Arizona, yeah.
Well, I mean, what was it? 8%?
Yeah.
So I could use your pick of Steve Berline, but I feel like that's going to be a bit much. Well, I could also use the aforementioned Robbie Chosen, but I think I'm going to go with Eric Metcalf. See what that gives me. 0.6%. For Mr. Metcalf. Just to let the folks know, there's a trailer appearing on my television right now for Scary Movie, the new Scary Movie coming out. Looks like next week.
I didn't know they were still allowed to make those kind of movies.
Well, I mean, now they've got horror movies they can parody. They got like The Substance and Weapons, and I think there's a Get Out parody they're going to do. So, all right. So it's my turn for a square. All right. Let's stay in that column. Arizona. Almost said Arizona State. Arizona Cardinals. And let's go Cardinals 49ers. Ooh. So there's someone near and dear to your heart, but I won't use him. I will use Tim Rattay, former Louisiana Tech legend, 0.7%. There's actually 2 guys near and dear to your heart. You could use.
Well, I also love Garrison Hurst here. That's a classic.
Yeah, I feel like that has to be the biggest number. I would wager.
Well, there is the defensive back Antoine Bethea.
Ah, yes,
That's
some sweet action.
Former Cowboy Alfred Morris would be another one.
Well, that's who that was one.
Yeah,
of
so
that's why I said,
you're not talking about, because the one I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, the one I was talking about is Colt McCoy.
Okay, yes, but that's the.
But
that's
also,
the other one.
Alfred Morris was the other one that I thought.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Antoine Bethea.
Okay,
1%.
You could also do Ted Ginn, Saints legend Ted Ginn,
who also would have worked for the square below it, right? Did he play for the Panthers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All right. Your turn, sir. To pick a square. Is it 3-1? I'm up 3-1 now?
3-1.
Okay. Feeling pretty good.
I'm trying to think of Ohio State people that aren't like famous.
Well, I just mentioned one. We just mentioned one.
The Alfred Morris didn't go to.
No.
Didn't Rattay?
No. After that, we talked about a receiver.
Ted Ginn. Yes, Ted Ginn. That is correct. Did he make a Pro Bowl as a San Francisco 49ers?
I don't think so. Or is that where you're going? 49ers Pro Bowl?
I'm trying to think. This is riveting. The riveting audio over here. Ooh. Oh, that was Denver. Dang it.
Well, for 49ers Pro Bowl, you have a Cowboy legend that you could use. You have a couple Cowboy.
Got a few Cowboys legends.
Got a few Cowboy legends you could use. Is your cat helping you there? Is he?
Yeah, he's no, he didn't play for them. I told you he didn't. Check the website. My gosh. Okay. Ooh, wait a second.
I'm waiting.
No. Oh, I know. Okay, so which way do I play this? Do I go?
I don't know.
Did he make a Pro Bowl? Oh, he didn't make a Pro Bowl. We will go 1,000-yard receiving.
Okay.
Ohio State. We'll go
Okay.
with Joey Galloway. No, never mind. I hate this. It's gonna be too much. Is it?
Okay.
What tight ends have played at Ohio State?
Cade Stover, who's probably didn't make 1,000 yards receiving. This is the first name that comes to mind for some reason.
Is he related
Jeremy
to Matt? Is he related to Matt Stover?
Sure, he might be. What's this guy? Is it?
Let's just get on with this. I'm just going to put Joey Galloway into Ohio State 1,000-yard receiving.
What's that score going to be?
4%.
Okay, I've got an answer. I'm afraid to use it because I think it's going to be a high score. So I'm not going to do that. Actually, give me a second. Let me check something. Huh. Interesting. That is interesting. Who did you use?
Joey Galloway.
Joey Galloway. ESPN college football analyst, Joey Galloway. There's no way. Oh, okay. I am going to go with the current Ohio State wide receivers coach, Brian Hartline. 1%. He had 2 1,000-yard receiving seasons with the Dolphins, I believe. Well, I won't say who I was gonna. Actually, here I'll move one square over. We'll go
Okay.
Ohio State Pro Bowl. I'll go Michael Thomas. %.
Well, just so you know, Bobby Carpenter never made a Pro Bowl.
So I thought he maybe did, but I guess not.
He did not.
So yeah, 3% for Michael Thomas, Saints legend Michael Thomas. I almost used him for the 1,000-yard receiving, but I thought that was going to be too high.
Mm.
And then I thought about Ted Ginn, but Ted Ginn never had 1,000 yards receiving in a season.
Did Ted Ginn make a Pro Bowl?
I mean, if he did, it would have been
As a
returner.
returner.
I'm going to check, but I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I'm looking right now too, so
Ha.
he did not make a Pro Bowl.
Doesn't look like he made a pro. Wow. He played a long time too.
I know, longer than you think. It's like you think Ted Ginn was around for like a couple of seasons. No, he was around for like 14 seasons.
Ted Ginn finished his career with the Bears. I didn't even remember that. Shout out to Andy.
Brian Hartline didn't make a Pro Bowl, did he?
Ooh, he might. I mean, if he had 1,000 yards receiving, he may have.
He had 2 1,000 yards receiving 2 years.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
he did not make a Pro Bowl though,
that's a shame.
Are there any kickers that are famous? that's my go-to move.
I mean, that would be where to look, right?
What about like Phil Dawson?
There is one. I'm almost positive this guy made a Pro Bowl as a kicker. Meant to Ohio State. I'm not telling you his name.
Phil Dawson went to Texas.
There you go.
We're Kicker University. We had him. We had Phil Dawson. We had
Dicker the kicker.
We had Justin Tucker before he got massaged.
Who's the one? Who did the Saints just sign? Who was the kicker the Saints just signed? It was your guy from last year, Shipley? Was it Shipley?
Oh yeah, Shipley's Donuts.
Yeah. The Saints just signed him in the offseason to like compete with Smith. Okay, so the guy I thought. The Ohio State kicker that I thought would have made a Pro Bowl was Mike Nugent.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't look like he made a Pro Bowl though.
Malik Hooker also has not made a Pro Bowl.
There's a kicker from Ohio State named Dick Van Raphorst.
You know, that's my that's my DJ name.
Actually, he was a kicker for your Dallas Cowboys back in '64.
Back in '64, I remember him. I remember watching him.
Richard William Von Raphorst. He passed away in 2020 at the age of 77.
I wonder if he had
Rest in
COVID.
peace. Maybe. It was in October of 2020, so I don't know. He had a son who played in the league too, Jeff Van Raphorst, who was a quarterback.
Who did Jeff Van Raphorst play for?
The Falcons. Jeff did not go to Ohio State, though.
He did not. Okay.
He went to Arizona State.
That's going to be a problem.
Now, I will remind you, you can concede this square and just take my choice.
Well, I think if I concede the square, I'll just lose the game.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I should help you, but
well, I know Eddie George made a Pro Bowl, but I feel like that's a pretty
yeah. I'm look. Oh wait, no. I mean, obviously, there's quite a few. Well, there's a couple quarterbacks you could leverage. We mentioned one earlier.
I mean, there's also there's the current quarterback, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, that was one I was thinking of. Did Travion Henderson didn't make a Pro Bowl last year?
I don't know.
Well, you know who else made a Pro Bowl from Ohio State is my cousin,
Zeke.
Zeke Elliott.
Did he?
That's
He made a Pro.
oh
he made a
yeah.
Pro Bowl?
Like his first season, he had like 1,700 yards of rushing.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Are there any defensive backs that you can think of? How?
Yeah, there's one that used to play for the Saints that was traded to a Cowboy rival.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Marshawn Lattimore, right?
that might be your Huckleberry.
Marshawn Lattimore went to Ohio State. I did not know that.
He did.
Okay, we're gonna go with
did.
him. He did make the Pro Bowl.
He did. Yes, his first
2%.
Yeah, you win.
Keep
Michael
the
Thomas
keep the game on.
By the way, Brandon,
Yes.
Dick Van Raphorn made a Pro Bowl.
Oh, he did.
I was like, don't say it. I was like,
Dang it.
yeah, Dick, he played one season with the Cowboys and he made a Pro Bowl, and then he went to the AFL and played with a different team.
That's good to
Whose
know.
turn is it? Whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn because I just took forever on that after you. So we will go to. All right, let's do San Francisco Pro Bowl.
All right. What you got?
Oh. I need to know if he made it. I don't know if he made a Pro Bowl with the
Niners.
49ers. Yeah. He did not. He made it with Detroit. I was thinking of Dre Bly.
Ah, of course.
Okay. San Francisco Pro Bowl.
What do you got, buddy?
Okay, I'm just going to go with a former Cowboy. I'm going to go with Ken Norton Jr.
Okay.
0.2%.
Seriously?
Yeah, much better this time.
Wow.
Which I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, that is quite stunning. I was just checking to see if this person that I'm thinking of, who was a Saints legend, played for the 49ers, but does not look like he made a Pro Bowl for them. That would be Ricky Jackson.
I'm sorry, Ricky Jackson. Woo.
Ooh. Okay. I guess I'm forced to go with a Cowboy legend then.
Charles Haley.
No, Larry Allen,
Hmm.
who made the Pro Bowl in 2006 as a 49er, 0.1%. Huzzah. All right, so that leaves us
3 or 4-3. I mean, either way, I guess you win, huh?
We've done 7.
What? No. We've done 7.
We've done 7. You've won how many? You've won.
I won the Lattimore one, and I won
That
the
one.
Burline. I think that's it, though.
So if it's 5-2, then I clinch.
Yep.
All right, so I will go with Ohio State, Arizona Cardinal. And I will go with Kent Graham. I mentioned him earlier. 0.4% for Kent Graham. There's a very recent Ohio State graduate who currently plays for the Arizona Cardinals, whose father played in the NFL. You already used Ted. You already used Ted Ginn, right?
I have not. So I think that's what I'm going to do is just put Ted Ginn in here.
You could use Ted Ginn here.
Yep. Ted Ginn, 2%.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, 49ers, 1,000 receiving yards in a season. You get to go first here, buddy.
Oh, I need to know. Did he have? I think he did, but it may have been with Denver. My name mate. He did not. Oh, Brandon Lloyd was the guy I was thinking of. He did not have. He had 1,000 yards receiving, but for Denver, not for San Francisco.
There is a Brandon who had 1,000 yards receiving for the 49ers.
Yeah, who is a malcontent now, I believe is the one you were referring to.
Very much. He's about to be a commander, I think. The scuttlebutt is correct.
I feel like I should not use Dwight Clark for this.
So we mentioned Christian McCaffrey had 1,000 yards receiving as a running back for the Panthers. He has not reached that number for the 49ers. However, there is a running back in 49ers history who has achieved 1,000 yards receiving in a season as a 49er.
Was it Ricky Running Waters?
No. Although I did almost use him for another. I totally forgot Isaac Bruce played for the 49ers once upon a time.
He didn't make 1,000 yards with them, though, did he?
He did not. He did not. He did not. I'll help you out there. He did not.
Okay. I'll go with a former Cardinal as well. Former Raven, former Lion.
Okay. All right. Bolden.
Former broken jaw, Anquan Bolden, 2%.
Bolden. Okay, I'm gonna. I'll go with a not to bring up bad memories for you, but I will go with Michael Crabtree.
I thought you were going to go with Dwight Clark, which is
less. So you want to guess the score for Michael Crabtree? It's higher than yours.
6%?
8%.
Okay.
For Crabtree.
That's
my final score is 16. What was your final score?
24.
24.
Okay. Should we try to guess the biggest?
Yep. I've got it pulled up. I've got it pulled up if you want to guess. All right, let's start with 49ers Cardinals. What do you think the biggest number there is?
What position?
Wide receiver. You just used him.
Actually. Anquan Bolden. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Let's stay in that row. 49ers Pro Bowl.
Christian McCaffrey.
Correct. 13%, which seems low, but that's
well, he probably got used for other places too.
Yeah. 49ers 1,000 yards receiving.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. All right, let's go Panthers Cardinals. Is a name we mentioned at one point.
It's not Steve Berline.
It's not Steve Berline, no.
Panthers Cardinals.
A wide receiver whose name we mentioned during our game.
Is it Ted Ginn?
No, his name is not. His current name is not the name he went by when he first
Robbie
came in the league. Robbie Chosen.
Really?
26%. Yeah. Panthers Pro Bowl. And it's not Christian McCaffrey. Spoiler alert.
Is it Steve Smith?
No.
Is it a defensive player?
No. It is an offensive player. Quarterback. Heisman Trophy winner.
Bryce? I was going to say, I was like, I don't think he.
Super Bowl quarterback. Almost won a
Cam
Super Bowl.
Newton, obvious. I don't know why I like completely blanked it out of my.
Steve Smith was the correct answer for Panthers 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah, that would have been that felt like the easy one.
All right. Now for Ohio State Cardinals. This is a 76%. This person.
What position?
And I mentioned I alluded to him. Wide receiver. Father played in the NFL.
Oh yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep. Ohio State Pro Bowl. You mentioned him. We mentioned him.
Zeke.
Nope. Current player.
Joe Burrow.
Right position.
Stroud. Okay.
At 14%. I'm actually curious. We might have to pull that up and see what Burrow's score would be on that. All right. Ohio State, 1,000 yards receiving in a season. We actually did not mention this name at all in the course of our.
Well, they've had like a lot of. Was JSN a? He was a buck. Okay.
JSN. Yep.
I was like, it's going to be somebody who like did it recently. I feel like.
Shout out to our good friend Trang. She's going to be mad at us because we didn't mention the JSN. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull up here.
Okay.
Am I still with you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to pull. Are you trying to pull up the?
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up on my computer here. What was the number on this? 1025.
Yes, I've actually got it up here too. Burrow.
Oh yeah, you do that one.
6%.
Oh wow. Okay. Less than I thought. What was another? There was another one I was thinking. For Panthers, 1,000 yards receiving. Well, let's see what McCaffrey score would be. Christian McCaffrey, 4%.
I would have been better off with McCaffrey than I would have with Kelvin Benjamin.
Jameis Winston's favorite target in college, Kelvin Benjamin.
I thought his favorite target was Publix.
Yeah. On the football field, his favorite target. Okay. Looks like the Knicks are blowing it against the Cavaliers here.
They're rusty from all that rest they had.
Rusty. Oh wow, 83-69. Not nice for the Knicks.
No.
Going into the fourth quarter. Ooh, could we have a James? Could we have James Harden versus the Thunder in the NBA Finals?
Intriguing.
That'd be intriguing.
Okay, let me read this for you.
All right, go ahead.
I covered Jason Kidd when he played for the Nets. I know one of his childhood friends. I've been to his house, met his kids, then wife, and Pilates instructor. And I have insight from many people who worked with him in his coaching years. This is a great firing.
Jeez. That's like
plot twist.
Yeah, that's man. I'm wondering. So I know you had you texted me about the new president of basketball operations the Mavericks signed or hired from the Raptors. I forget his name now, but I'm wondering if who was the head coach for the Raptors when they won the title? Was that Nick Nurse?
Yes.
Is he under contract? He's under contract, right? He's the coach of a team right now.
The Sixers.
He's the Sixers coach. Okay. Because that was the first name I thought of when Kidd got fired. I was like, well, maybe they're going to try to bring, but I don't know. I haven't looked to see who the names circulating around for Mavericks coaches are. The Pelicans just hired a coach. I don't know if you saw that. Jamal Mosley from the Magic just recently fired from the Magic, is now going to be the Pelicans head coach. I know your Grizzlies hired a new head coach recently, right? Or no, they haven't hired anybody yet?
Nope. No, they didn't fire their coach. They're keeping the guy that they.
Oh, why did I think they fired their coach?
That's a
Should
good
they have
question.
fired their coach? Should they have fired?
No, I think this season was kind of a
lost cause.
Mess.
You know what I was thinking? Your old coach Taylor Jenkins just got hired.
Yes,
by the Bucks.
I think you're
that's what
conflating those.
That's what I was thinking. We'll go with that. Just to make me sound not totally stupid. Let's see, Maverick. Let me just pull up on Twitter's an excellent source for these kind of things.
Oh yes, Twitter, very, lots of good facts.
Let's see.
I did see somebody made like a fake picture of Alvin Kamara posting with a Dallas Cowboys shirt on the beach.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you saw that.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I should. I probably should talk about that. Mickey Loomis spoke to. Oh, this is interesting. Do you know who one of the lead assistant coaches under Jason Kidd was? It looked like Frank Vogel.
Ooh, been a while since
Yeah, that's a name.
I see somebody posted a picture of Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison working together again at McDonald's.
I see a Portland Trailblazers account is asking, should the Trailblazers hire Jason Kidd as their next head coach? Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody talk about potential. Apparently, somebody is saying that Kidd. I did see this. Jason Kidd did want the president of basketball operations job. Apparently, he wanted to be like a Brad Stevens type transition. That didn't happen. So
that's probably for the best.
Probably for the best, but yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, the next head coach of the Mavericks will be inheriting Rookie of the Year Cooper Flagg. Also Kyrie Irving, for what that's worth. And then the number 9 pick in the draft. Also, I don't know if you saw this. I saw this right before we went live here. Polymarket odds favor the Saints as the landing spot for George Pickens.
Okay.
So, I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. I'm just telling you.
Well, I don't think. So you'd have to cough up. He's already signed the tender, so you'd have to be coughing up quite a bit of draft capital, which the Saints are want to do. Is
I mean,
they like to do
it, but I would not feel good about it. I will say I don't. While I am optimistic about Kellen Moore as a head coach, I don't know if he is at the point of his coaching career where he could handle a personality, let's say, like George Pickens in the locker room. He obviously, you mentioned Kamara. It feels like Kellen Moore's at a point where he's trying to kind of put his stamp on this franchise. Obviously, Kamara may not be back. Cam Jordan apparently has a deal on the table from the Saints, but nothing has been finalized there. Mickey Loomis was speaking at the Saints had their charity golf tournament yesterday, and Mickey Loomis spoke and basically said there's no deal on the table for Taysom Hill at the moment. Doesn't mean that he won't be back. Apparently, Taysom Hill did put his house in the greater New Orleans area up for sale. So, take that for what it's worth. But I will say, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but The Saints went from a top 10 oldest team in the league last year to right now they are a top 10 youngest team in the league. So now, obviously, if Cam Jordan resigns, that will skew it
It's gonna
the other way.
skew-
But, you know, obviously they got rid of DeMario Davis no longer on the team. If Cam Jordan doesn't come back, if Taysom Hill doesn't come back, that'll obviously skew.
So I'm looking at these polymarket odds right now, and there's like so would you like to know the percentages here for each team? Right now the Saints are actually not the favorite. It's actually Philadelphia. So Philadelphia,
Oh, okay.
46%.
Yeah, because that'll happen.
That makes sense. Yeah,
That makes
46%. Saints, 45%. Buffalo Bills, 44%. New England Patriots, 43%. So, in case you haven't noticed, there's a
to be fair, anytime a receiver might be available, Buffalo's already going to be like at the top of the.
Yeah, so like these are like super low. Like the buy here is like 88 cents on all of these like teams. So like
yeah,
it's kind of a mess. Like I don't think.
No, I did see. I think it was James Palmer who reports for ESPN or NFL Network, ESPN, whatever. He was on, I want to say, Kay Adams' show today, and he says he does not believe that George Pickens will sign long term with the Cowboys for what that's worth.
Well,
that doesn't.
Well, the thing is, they're like nobody's like. I don't think they're trying to. Anyone is trying to get signed. I think they're kind of. I think so. They gave Pickens and his representation, like, hey, we'll put this tag on you so you can go and try to work out a deal with another team. So like, and see if you can find something. Yeah. And then they came back and said, okay, we'll sign the tag, which basically like kind of a concession that like we couldn't really find anybody to negotiate with. Kalshi does not have a market for George Pickens, so
all right.
But for fantasy football, George Pickens to be the top 26-27 fantasy wide receiver is you can buy in at 5 cents right now.
Okay. All right. I was thinking, we were talking about shows we could do before the season starts. I wonder if we could do something like, just bear with me here. Could we do something like fantasy football team names, like some kind of, I want to say a draft, but like some kind of brainstorming of like good fantasy team names. Maybe we can get. Maybe we're gonna ask Trang. Maybe she has some good ideas. Feels like Trang would be good at that.
I'll always like come up with team names for different. I think one time somebody asked for. They had their team and they needed some help. They had Zeke on their team and they wanted something, and so like they wanted something Cowboys related, and so I gave them Hold This Elliott.
Nice.
So that was the one that they ended up going with. So I was pretty happy with that.
As an Elliott, I approve. Now, let me ask you this question. When you name your fantasy team, do you wait to see who's on your team?
So I usually keep my team name the same. Like I don't usually change the name. But you do. Okay. I think as a rule, you need to have that player on your team if you're going to name it. Like,
yes, because I've been in a league for the last couple of years, and I've seen people like just give I don't want to say a generic name, but just give like a name before the draft, and then like they'll draft a player, and just be like, oh, I've got this player, so I'm just going to rename my team to be consistent with that. So I just didn't. I didn't know what. I've always thought you go into the draft with a name, and then
I usually try to stick with something either Seinfeld related or, you know,
You need to find a way to do both.
maybe there is. If I had Drake May, I could say love the Drake. You know, I could have that, or which I did have Drake May last year, and but I stuck with my name. What was my team name? I don't remember what my team name was last year. Was that bad that I don't?
It's a failure, complete failure, Paul.
One of my favorite running jokes on Rich Eisen's show is like every once in a while somebody will drop a phrase, and he's like, "Hey, that would make a great fantasy name." Like they just offhanded say something, and they're like, "Oh, that'd be a good fantasy name."
So it's
maybe we should start.
It's like the football version of that'd make a great band name.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should start doing that. Maybe as we you and I, you know, just keep going on and on the show. Maybe we'll keep track of like something we come up with. Yeah, Knicks are down 20 with 7 minutes left in the game here. Not looking
Time
good.
to pack it up.
Although they just hit a 3, so now it's 17 point. I mean, yeah, this is. Yeah, I just thought about that. If the Cavaliers make the finals, it could be James Harden against the Thunder, which would be something. You know,
That'd be something.
It's not nothing. So yeah, so Mavericks need a new coach. You said your Grizzlies didn't fire their coach, so you guys are okay.
They're good.
Yeah. So next week, a big week for us next week with the spelling bee on Thursday. So
you ready? I'll let you know if I find any gambling sites for it.
By the way, you and I were talking about this right before we went live. I do want to mention it before we close out the show. The Texas Tech quarterback, Brendan Sorsby, is that his name?
Sorsby.
There was a report that came out today. So for folks that are not caught up with this, he has been suspended and he's going to lose eligibility, it looks like, for gambling on games. Apparently, it was confirmed that while he was the backup quarterback at Indiana, or he was like the scout team quarterback at Indiana, he was betting on Indiana football games. But a report came out like an hour or two before we went live. And this is from Action Network on Twitter. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is a somewhat reliable source, but you know, who knows? It says court documents revealed that Brendan Sorsby was betting on the Turkish Basketball League, Romanian soccer games, obscure doubles tennis matches, and Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. No, we do not know if he was betting on the spelling bee. So maybe we can reach out to his people. That's a good. Yeah, maybe we can reach out to his people and see, like, hey, you know.
These are the tough questions that people really need to be asking.
I mean, you know. And then we were talking about, you know, last year during the Little League World Series, people were like, man, you got to be real sick to gamble on the Little League World Series. I bet you Brendan Sorsby was like, yeah, give me give me 20 on Williamsport,
Nebraska.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope everybody can join us for the spelling bee next week for the live watch along. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. We'll be watching along. Brandon
cat.
will be. Yeah, tell your cat. Cats. Hey, cats are people too. Brandon will be the expert for sure. I will just be along for the ride, so to speak. But I have a good time.
I will be sure as long as somebody in my top 10 wins the bee. I'm gonna be ecstatic.
There you go.
That's my goal.
There you go. And by the way, shout out to Mina Kimes. Mina, if you want to come on the show at some point and discuss,
or if you want to have us on your show,
have us on your show. We'd love to meet you and Lenny.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, we would love to. Well, I'll let Brandon. Brandon, you could, you know, even if you just have Brandon on the show, I'll be honest. Like if you don't want me, that's fine. But just have Brandon on the show. I'll sacrifice myself for Brandon here.
Well, my goal ultimately is to be on the broadcast for next year.
There you
That's
go. There you go.
like
You could be-
co-hosting.
Are you going to be like the Mel Kiper or the Todd McShay of
Well,
Spelling Bee? Is that what
You know
is that
the
what you're
guy,
gonna do?
you know the guys on election night where they're like pushing the buttons on
Yes,
the on
yeah.
that's my vision for this. Is I'm on there. All right, you've got Sarv over here. He's spelled some pretty complex words. Let's take a look at the difficulties here. His score is up to 7. He's up to a 1700 right now. He's got a great chance to take this. I'll see what happens in the next round.
Back to you, Jim.
Exactly.
So you could be like the Romo. You're going to be like Romo on the Romo of the Spelling Bee. That's a tough word, Jim.
Yep. He's gonna have some trouble with this one. It's a French root. He hasn't been studying French roots very long this year. So it's gonna be a tough one for him, Jim. Oh, he left out that silent word. That's gonna be tough. He's gonna be out.
Don't see too many Danish origins, Jim.
I do
All
like the
right, well-
pastries, but the words, they're tough to spell.
Maybe we should add that to the show. That's gonna be your
That's my new my dream job now. Is I've created this new position where I'm running
There
through
you
the
go.
spelling
Hey.
bee probabilities.
You gotta have dream. You gotta have goals, right?
Yep.
Well, our goal next week is to enjoy watching the spelling bees. Hopefully, folks can join us. We look forward to it. I hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Got Memorial Day coming up.
Oh yes.
Salute to our troops keeping us safe. All the good brave men and women of years gone by and of current. I know I have military folk in my family. Brandon, I'm guessing you do as well. So
course.
shout out to them.
I got a cousin over in the Middle East right now.
All the best to him. Or her. Him or her?
Him.
Him. Okay.
Yes.
Want to be sure. Don't.
Son of Uncle Gary.
Oh well, shout out. Yes, son of Uncle Gary, of course.
Mm.
Shout out to him. So we will be back next week with the spelling bee. Hope everybody, like I said, hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Watch some baseball, watch some NBA playoffs. We'll catch up. When did the finals start? The finals, will they be started by that point? Maybe or close.
I think we got a little close.
They don't want to compete with the spelling.
No, you don't want to compete with the spelling bee. That's a tough ask.
Tough ask. By the way, Knicks cut the lead to 12 with 5 minutes left. So just throwing it out there.
You're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you there's a chance. We hope everybody has a good one. We will see everybody next week. Happy spelling bee, everybody.
Happy spelling bee. Well, will the music load? Only time will tell. Start clicking again. Something's coming up.
I heard it twice, by the way.
Okay. Okay. I can hear it on my end.
For what it's worth.
Uh-oh.
Are we? Uh-oh. Well, it looks like we're still live, and Brandon's computer just went kaput on him. So until he gets back, I guess let's settle in here for the last 5 minutes of the Knicks Cavaliers game here. Jalen Brunson just cut the lead down to 10. Knicks are on a 13-1 run. It's 94-84 Cavaliers here. 4.5 minutes left from Madison Square Garden. Got Mitchell driving to the basket. He's going to pass it off. 7 on the shot clock here. Harden looking to create. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Air ball. Out of bounds. Knicks ball. 4:20 left in the game. Ben Stiller. Excited. Shout out to Ben Stiller, son of the legendary Jerry Stiller. Brandon hasn't texted me. Oh, Brandon's back.
All right, Brunson's got the ball here, top of the